What's up, Lexi Mob? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, in today's video, we are going to be discussing a little lady by the name of Sexyy Red. Insert picture here. Now, if you're not familiar with who she is, she's one of the most hottest female rappers out right now. She's most famous for her song, Get It Sexy. She's most famous for a song she made with Drake, a song called Pound Town, and many, many, many more. She's one of the most hottest rappers out right now. And Sis Called herself came out with a lip gloss line called Northside Princess. And let's just say the names she chose are a little bit too explicit, to say the least. To the point where I feel like the only place they're going to sell these lip glosses in adult stores. Which, if you're grown and you're watching this video, you know what an adult store is. But yeah, like, I feel like that's the only place they're going to sell this lip gloss. Either A, on the online shop, Adam and Eve, which is also an adult store, or maybe in your local adult store in your town. Because I don't see this being sold anywhere in Sephora, in MAC, in Target, in Ulta. Like, the only place I feel like you're going to find these lip gloss shades is A, on a website if she has one, or B, in an adult store, because these names are too damn explicit for my liking, and we're going to get into it. World Star Hip Hop had posted and stuff like that. I'm going to insert their Instagram handle over here. It says, Sexyy Red launched a lip gloss line, and the names she chose are diabolical. And it shows the tweet she posted, branding her lip gloss. It says, introducing Northside Princess. Sexyy Red posted this. It said, introducing Northside Princess, the brand, and my first product will be my lip gloss. I'm so excited. And the names go as follow. Coochie Juice, Booty Hole Brown, Nut, Pussy Hole Pink, Yellow Discharge, Gonorrhea, Blue Balls, Sex on My Period. You heard that right, honey. Sex on my period. Like I said, the minute this comes out, I feel like the only place they're going to sell this is either A, on Adam and Eve, which is an online adult store, or B, in your local adult store in your town, because I don't really see this being sold in any makeup store. Not Sephora, Ulta, MAC, nowhere, but in an adult store or on a website, because these names are in an adult store or on her website or whatever, because these names are too damn explicit, to say the least. And let alone, you have young folks younger than her that look up to her, and I cannot picture a little teenage girl walking around inside that wearing a damn lip gloss called Sex on My Period, or Nut, or Blue Balls, or something like that, because that's just disgusting. And the key thing with this is, like, Sexyy Red, if you're watching this video, understand I'm not dogging you. I'm not trying to criticize you. Like I said, you're one of the most hottest female rappers out right now. But the key thing, honey, is to be creative, not disgusting. And also, in the entertainment industry, more so with the rap game and stuff like that, I hate to say this, but in order to make it to the top, you pretty much got to sell your soul to the devil. And in my opinion, I feel like that's what Sexyy Red is doing. And honestly, in order to get to the top, especially if you're a female rapper, you pretty much got to talk about sex. Like, sex sells. Like, that's the only way these female rappers are able to get to the top. How do you think Megan Thee Stallion to the top? How do you think Nicki Minaj to the top? How do you think Lotto to the top? How do you think Ice Spice to the top? Because all they talk about is sex, 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 and sex sells. So, but you got to do what you got to do to make money. But in my opinion, sex sells in certain places, but not everywhere. Like in music, sex sells and stuff like that. But when it comes to makeup, like trying to include sex with makeup and stuff like that, especially if you're coming out with a brand, try to include sex in a brand, especially a makeup brand, it doesn't mix. Because like I had said, like, you have like young girls that look up to her, girls younger than her, like 14, 15, 16 years old, looking up to her and stuff like that. And I cannot picture a young girl walking around like, oh, girl, what's the shade of that lip gloss you got on? Oh, girl, this Sex on My Period by Sexyy Red. Oh, girl, this Blue Balls by Sexyy Red. Or this Gonorrhea by Sexyy Red. Like, ew. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I wouldn't like with me. Like as you can see, I got on some lipstick right now and stuff like that. I love wearing me some lip gloss and stuff like that, and I love wearing colorful lip gloss and stuff like that too. But I cannot, as a grown ass 27-year-old man, like I love dressing up. I love being pretty. I love wearing like colorful lip glosses and lipsticks and stuff like that. But I cannot picture myself walking around with a lip gloss on, and let's just say my boyfriend asked me what's the shade of lip gloss I got on and stuff like that. I cannot picture sex on my period or gonorrhea or blue balls or yellow discharge coming out my mouth, because that motherfucker will probably stay as far away from me. Like, the fuck, like, why the hell you got that on your lips? Take that shit out. Like, why the hell you wearing a lip gloss like that? Like, my point is, like, sex sells in certain spaces, but in certain places it don't. More specifically, when it comes to a brand, more specifically a makeup brand, like, that's not a good idea. Like, that just ain't it, sis, because you want your product to appeal to different audiences and stuff like that. Like, you don't want it to just appeal to, you want your, when it comes to stuff like this, like makeup or whatever, like, you want your stuff to appeal to various audiences, not just adults, not just to children, but to various audiences and stuff like that, so everybody and their mom can get their own feedback on it and stuff like that. Like, in my honest opinion, like, the only people I feel like this lip gloss line is going to appeal to is just the adults, because, like, and I highly doubt even adults are going to buy this, but I feel like the only people that this lip gloss is going to appeal to is the adults and whatnot, because, like, would you want, like, your little, like, parents, if you're watching this video, like, would you want your little teenage girl walking around with some lip gloss on her lip called gonorrhea or sex on my period or nut or something like that? Like, no. Because I know if I had a daughter and stuff like that, child, you think you're going to leave the house with a damn lipstick with a damn lip gloss on called sex on my period or nut or blue balls or something? No. Take that shit off and put on some damn lip gloss from the beauty supply store or something like that. Like, no. But like I said, all in all, I feel like the only people that this lip gloss is going to appeal to is the adults. And if you're a rational thinking adult like myself, I wouldn't dare cop none of this, because, like, those names are just a little bit too explicit for my liking. Like I said, sex sells in certain places, but when it comes to a brand like this, more specifically makeup and stuff like that, when you're coming up with, like, cute, friendly names and stuff like that, this just ain't it, sis. Like, you could have came up with something way better than that. And let alone the people that were behind her and stuff like that, and on her team and stuff like that, that pretty much helped her put this out and stuff like that. You think they could have been in her ear and been like, hey, Sexyy Red, like, are you sure you want to put this out? Because these names are a little bit too explicit. Like, you want to appeal to different audiences, don't you? Like, these names are a little bit too much. Don't you want to come up with something else? Like, you think people would have been in her ear and told her something like that. Like, maybe they were, maybe they weren't, and she decided to do her own thing because it's a grown woman at the end of the day. But you think somebody would have tried to talk her out of it and been like, hey, are you sure you want to put these names out and whatnot? Because, like, this is a little bit too explicit. Like, you want to appeal to different audiences, don't you? Maybe that was the conversation that they had. I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe that was the conversation that they had, and maybe Sexyy Red decided to do her own thing anyway because she's a grown woman at the end of the day. But all in all, you could have came up with way better names than that. And I hate to bring him into this conversation, but if you're familiar with the makeup guru Jeffree Star, insert picture here, one of the most biggest makeup brand owners in the world. Like, when he be endorsing his makeup palettes and whatnot on his channel and whatnot, like, he be having, like, he has, like, funny names for his stuff, but not once in a Jeffree Star palette have you seen any sexually explicit name for an eyeshadow or anything like that. It's always funny and kid friendly. It's not nothing explicit. It's funny and kid friendly for everybody and their mama, young and old, child, adult, to appeal to. Like, it appeals to everybody and their mama of every demographic. And I feel like that's what they should have done with Sexyy Red's lip gloss line. Like, I feel like they should have been in her ear and tried to talk her into coming up with better names for her stuff, because as far as I'm concerned, the only people that this lip gloss is going to appeal to is the adults. And I highly doubt adults are going to want to buy that because of the names and whatnot. But hey, who knows? Like, maybe some diehard fans of her might buy it and whatnot. But I'm sorry, Sexyy Red, but I don't see myself copping none of that because that's just a little bit too explicit for me. That's not me coming off as a hater. I like me some Sexyy Red and whatnot, but I just can't picture myself copying none of that. I'm sorry. But, you know, Sexyy Red, if you're watching this video, like, kudos to you, sis. You doing a damn thing for your music career, and now your lip gloss line, like, sis, you doing a damn thing, but it's just not for me. I'm sorry. But, yeah. All in all, that's just about it for this video. And like I had said in the beginning of this video, at the end of the day, it's all about making money. Like, especially in the entertainment industry, more specifically the rap industry, if you're a female and stuff like that. I hate to say it, but you pretty much got to sell your soul to the devil. Like, you pretty much got to talk about sex and stuff like that in order to get to the top. And I hate to say it, but sex sells. Now, how do you think some of these most famous female rappers today are where they're at now? Because all they do is talk about sex, 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 and it sells. So it is what it is. But sex sells in certain areas, like in the entertainment industry, sex sells. But when it comes to something like a brand and stuff, more specifically a makeup brand and stuff, you coming out with like fancy names for your lip glosses or eyeshadows and whatnot, or a lip gloss line or whatever kind of makeup line you're coming out with, that's not it, sis. Because the point of the matter is you want to create something that appeals to everyone of every demographic, young and old, child and adult. Like, you don't want it just to appeal to just one demographic. And also, like I said, like, the only place I feel like people are going to be able to purchase this lip gloss at is probably on the online sex store Adam and Eve, or your local adult store and whatnot in your town. Because as far as it being sold in Sephora, MAC, or Ulta or whatever, like, I don't see it happening. So yeah, that's just about it for this video. Like always, if you want to become part of the Lexi Mob, it's super easy. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out. Big